So are you also thinking about moving to Lubbock, Texas, but you want to live on some land, but maybe new home, you don't want to live in New Home, which is south of Lubbock. You want to be northeast of Lubbock. Well, today I'm going to take you around a town called Idalou. Now, Idalou is another small suburb around Lubbock, or a small town around Lubbock, that a lot of people have been flocking to in the last 2 to 3 years. It has really, really grown, very similar to New Home. However, Lubbock itself isn't necessarily growing northeast. A lot of Lubbock is growing south and southwest, like I always talk about. However, for whatever reason, the town of Idalou is actually booming. And so you do have to go down 6282 out of Lubbock into Idalou, and it's about 7 miles northeast of Lubbock. And it doesn't take you very long, very similar distance to New Home. So it's about 10 minutes max. I mean, not anything crazy. It's funny because in Lubbock, we don't have a lot of big suburbs around us with big cities and big town halls and shopping centers and everything. You come to Lubbock for all of that. But if you want to be out in the country living 10 minutes outside of the city, then a lot of people like to flock to New Home or to Idalou. And so the reason I want to talk about Idalou today is not only is it growing, but it is one of an older town, also northeast of Lubbock. So you can find homes. Primarily, a lot of people that are moving there are moving for new construction. They're not moving because the town itself is growing. You're renovating in the existing homes. They're moving because there's a lot of farmland that has been now divided up into single family or to residential lots right now. And so you can find anything between a 1 acre lot to about a 10 acre lot if you're looking for like a new construction home. Of course, there are some existing homes there that are on farmland that are about 800, a million, plus homes. They're just these beautiful giant homes out in Idalou. But they're not necessarily, it's not like in a neighborhood, right? You're surrounded by farmland. It's on 17 plus acres or 20 plus acres. So, you can have, if you want to live on a farm, you obviously could find you a house on some land, but primarily a lot of the homes that are being built right now are on 1 to 10 acres. And so similar to New Home, a lot of these builders, they're not building spec homes out here. They're not going to be, just these really quick up and coming, just homes that you can move right into and they're ready to go, or they're not really built right. A lot of these homes are going to be around $285,000 to about $450,000 for your new construction homes. Of course, like I said, you can go, if you want to build your own home and you want to buy a lot and you want to build, a mansion on it, you totally could, especially if you have 10 acres. However, majority of the homes that are existing right now are going to be around the almost 300,000 mark to about 450,000. So we're going to take you there right now. We are on 6282 heading east out of Lubbock. And once we get there, I'm going to take you around to a few different neighborhoods south of 6282 once we get into Idalou. East of 6282. That's going to be a lot of like your pre-existing homes. Those are going to be your homes that were built 60s, 70s. That's when you're going to be able to find like just some smaller homes. I mean, you can kind of imagine 125,000 to 200,000, And then also too, there is a neighborhood in there called like Idalou Estates, and those homes are going to be around 200 to 250,000. Those are going to be built in the 60s and 70s as well too. Those homes don't come up for sale a lot, but I just kind of wanted to talk about, where we're going to be going. And then on the west side of 6282, where we're going to be going, or on the north side, then that's where a lot of the new construction is going to be happening. That's where I'm going to show you some of these newer homes. And that way you can kind of just have an idea of what it looks like out in Idalou, and then also to show you some available vacant lots. So we will see you when we get to Idalou. So we just got into Idalou. We're right off of the highway of 6282. And we are in a neighborhood called Idalou Gardens or Idalou Estates. And so essentially what this little neighborhood is like I mentioned earlier, is there this single family slab brick homes that have been around and have been here for about 60s, 70s. That's the year that they were built. It's right across from a gas station. However, there's not much else going on for you to take advantage of that's close to this neighborhood as far as grocery stores. You do have, you know, some like a Goodwill or a thrift store here and there. However, there's not a lot of your shopping is going to be done in Lubbock. And so I just kind of wanted to take you around this neighborhood just to kind of show you that a lot of them, you know, you're going to have really manicured lawns. You're going to have really beautiful manicured trees, very mature trees as well too. It's just going to be a smaller neighborhood that a lot of homes do not come for sale in this neighborhood because a lot of people like to live in, if you're going to live in Idalou, this is going to be where you want to live if you want an existing home. However, like I said, the majority of people moving here are not looking for existing homes. They're looking for something that's a new construction home on some acreages. These are not going to be on land. This is just going to be just very similar to like what you would find in the city of Lubbock. So I'm going to cross over the highway and show you some of those newer construction homes. So we are officially in downtown Idalou. We got a gas station. We got a DQ. We have another gas station. There's a Feed and Things, which is a popular feed store here in Idalou. But really, other than that, this is going to be your town of Idalou, where I would get out and show you all the beautiful things that Idalou has to offer. But we just went through it, and now we are almost exiting out of Idalou. So super quick. Oh, we can't forget about the Jack and Jill donuts. That's always a mess at the liquor barn too. So Idalou downtown, a lot to see, lots to see. But we're gonna turn around. We're gonna go on the other side of where we just were, and I'll show you some of those homes. Okay, so as we make our way over to this next house, I just wanted to point out one con about some of these homes here in Idalou is that a lot of the roads are not paved. So there are a lot of county roads. As you can see, we have a cornfield to my left with the road right here. If it rains, you are most likely going to be stuck in your house because unless you have a truck, because it's going to be muddy and it's going to be flooded and it's going to be really hard to get out, especially in the snowier months. If we do get snow or anything, then that is an unfortunate situation to be in if you live out here. But I wanted to point out, so as we approach, we are off of County Road 3200 right now, and it hopefully will be paved right now. However, to my left, you can kind of see, so these are going to be some lots, and we'll get out and we'll show you some of these lots and kind of what these are going for. So we just got out of our car, and I'm at one of the new construction homes here in Idalou, and we are down County Road 6000. Again, this county road is not paved, so keep that in mind. However, I wanted to show you the exterior of this house, walk you through this home so that you can get an idea of what this inside of the home looks like. So I'm going to flip it around. That'll be your front yard. So it'll be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. And next door, they are working on their yard. So excuse the tractor. However, I do want to mention there is not a fence right now that surrounds the property. So if you want to add a fence, you would have to do that. As soon as you walk in, you have the vaulted ceilings with the cedar beam throughout that's running through. Your colors are going to be very neutral. You're going to have just the grays and the whites. It's not going to be, super, super large. However, it is going to be a little over 1,500 square feet, which is a nice size. Sometimes you can get 300 or 1,300 square feet, which seems a little small. Then right off the kitchen window, you do have a view. Of course, like I said, the fence is not there just yet. And so down this hallway, you'll have the other 2 bedrooms, laundry room, and then off of the front of the house, you'll have the master. I love how large the closet is in the master. They did a great job. And then they also did a separate tub and shower combo, which I think is always nice to have. So you have your shower and then your tub, and then you'll go to your vanities. So, like I mentioned, this house is 1565 square feet. And I wanted to show you the exterior, the backyard as well too. That way you can have an idea. So this house is a little over an acre. So if you want land, you definitely will have it here. And the deed restrictions do allow for horses. So if you want horses, you totally could have horses. And then this house is also on its own private well and septic. So just wanted to show you the inside of what a $289,000 house looks like in Idalou. This house, it has been completely, or is completely new build, is a new build 2023. And so, you know, of course, it's not going to be, every single thing is not going to have your finest touches or anything. It's not going to be the largest floor plan. You're not going to have the fence. You're not going to have certain things. But, you know, that is a trade-off for having a home price at $289,000. So we're going to get in and I'll show you some of the additional lots that are for sale and take you back to school. So as we approach the school, this is the high school, middle school, and elementary school in Idalou. It is very close to the Idalou neighborhood that we just went through that is existing, the Idalou Gardens neighborhood that we just came through. So this is the middle school side. On the other side is the high school side, and then there's the elementary school side. And so I don't know if you knew this, which a lot of people don't know this, is there is a 13-to-1 student-teacher ratio. So those are going to be the homes that are going to be over there. But there's a 13-to-1 student-teacher ratio. However, Idalou School District is voted number 50 out of public schools in the state of Texas, over a little over 1,000 schools, for one of the best programs to be in if you are looking for a good athletics program. So number 50 for their athletics program, which I think is really cool. So it's another reason why a lot of people from Lubbock like to put their kiddos in their football program here or their basketball program here, because it is a really great program. So there's a little over 1,000 students from grades pre-K to 12th. So again, going back to, if you want that small town community feel of students, if you want more of that one-on-one teacher ratio to students, more available help to your son or daughter, then Idalou would be also a really great school for you to consider. So we're back in that neighborhood that we just came from. It's very, very close to all these homes right here. So, and across all the new homes that we're about to go to and view all the new construction homes, it's less than 10 minutes in total to get to from anywhere really in Idalou. Okay, so we drove just a little bit down on another county road, and we are here at this gorgeous 1-acre lot that is for sale. So this lot is for sale. A lot of these 1-acre lots, there's not very many. So like I mentioned, there was a ton in the last couple of years of 1-acre to 10-acre lots for sale, and people are purchasing around 70 to 100,000. However, a lot of those have been sold. You know, there's not very many available lots right now that are also in great locations for you to build your dream home. However, you know, there are some that are available. For instance, this one's 80,000. There's some that are 40,000. Just really depends on, again, the location is obviously going to play a factor into the price. And then of course, how many acres you're going to want, if you're going to want 1 or 10 acres. So we have the existing neighborhood that we just drove by in the first part of this video. We have the new construction parts of Idalou that are going to be on the other side of 6282 in Idalou. And then also too, we have vacant lots that are available. Again, I mean, feels like you're in the country. I mean, we really are in the country. Also too, the taxes, I wanted to mention that. The taxes are gonna be so much lower here in Idalou than they are going to be in Lubbock. So like I said, the taxes are so much cheaper than they are in Lubbock, which is such a plus. You know, I think that that's why a lot of people like to move out here, because you do have a little bit of lower taxes. Also to the school district, like we talked about. I mean, people love the school district. People love how small the school district is, and that the athletic program at this school district, a lot of people like the athletic program. So lots of things going for Idalou. It's not as populated as New Home, or as growing as quickly as New Home. But like I said, I mean, it's not very far from Lubbock either. So if you have any questions about Idalou, or want to look at any homes in Idalou, or thinking about moving to one of the parts in Idalou or somewhere in another subdivision of Lubbock, we'd love to help you and your family make a smooth move to Lubbock, Texas. And as always, if you like this video and subscribe so that you can be the first to know about all things living in Lubbock, Texas. Until next time, we'll see you around.